John Beltran, Dave Urick back from Bead Digger Stadium. All the Bead Diggers could ask for, Dave, is have a chance to win the game, and they certainly do, trailing 12-6 going into the fourth.
They sure do, but they're going to have to get some offense going, because in the third quarter they were only able to come up with a couple of yards offense compared to Holy Family's 49.
Second down and 7 for the Bead Diggers at their own 23-yard line. The backs are split. Weiser and Morrow. Garcia taking off with the football to his left, breaks out of a tackle, flag is down, first down across the 30, runs out of bounds at the 34, but this is coming way back, and this might amount to more than a 10-yard penalty. That's the only reason Garcia got free around the left side of the offensive line.
And it was an obvious hold, but it was behind Garcia, actually. He was clear over here on the left side, stiff-arming that defensive end and making a play, and the hold happened after he'd already left the backfield.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's even worse, because, like you said, it was unnecessary at that point. You know, at this point, Dave, they're going to need a big play from either Shea Hansen or C.J. Kukas in the passing game. Bead Diggers haven't really shown the ability to break a big running play other than Tanner Morrow's 25-yard run for a score, as that football is now resting outside the 10-yard line. So now we're looking at a 2nd and 20. That amounts to a 13-yard penalty. But you can't take too many chances this deep. You're only down by 6. 2nd and 20 at the 10-yard line. Do the Bead Diggers keep the football on the ground? In motion to the right is Hansen. Garcia back to throw, looking over the middle. The pass is caught on the slant by C.J. Kukas. Decent gain to around the 18-yard line. And it's an 8-yard gain. The tackle was made by Connor Clay, the 5'8", 150-pound sophomore, but a good conservative throw. 3rd down and 12.
One of those throws that just is part of gaining that confidence to get this passing game working before we start that conference play. So I really like that slant pattern. It was good to see C.J. go up there and catch the football.
Well, they finally communicated. It had been a while because, like we mentioned earlier, there was a little bit of an issue with that earlier in the game. 3rd and 12. The Bead Diggers have the football at their own 18-yard line. The backs remain split. Melendez in motion to the right. Garcia back to pass. 4-step drop. Lofts it up the left sideline. That pass is going to be tipped up incomplete, nearly intercepted at the 35-yard line. Right there on the ball was Scout Cox, the 6'1", 150-pound sophomore, and the Bead Diggers will have to punt.
Oh, good idea, though. The play was long enough to where it would have been a first down had it been completed, but the ball was thrown over his inside shoulder, at least on the field side of his body, and it needed to be thrown on the sideline side so that the Holy Family defenders weren't going to be able to get their hand on it.
C.J. Kukas tonight has done an outstanding job of punting. He'll need another one of those punts. There's a perfect snap. Here comes the rush, and he gets it off. A high, fluttering punt, and it bounces off a Holy Family Tiger at the 49-yard line, but pouncing on it at around the 46 was Brian Murphy. That could have been disaster for Holy Family. Derek Lynch was down there, and that's where they take over. Great field position, though, at their own 46-yard line, as Holy Family, with 10:47 to go in the game, leads 12-6.
The defense has been doing a good job of holding them, but they're out there on the field quite a bit this second half, and they're going to have to hold them one more time here to give that offense one more shot of trying to get a drive together without committing a crazy penalty.
1st and 10, Holy Family at their own 46-yard line. Summers to hand it off to Yost, and he runs right into Kyle Hefner, but he tackled him too high, and Yost continues to drive inside the 50 to the 49 for a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Usually Hefner, he's been flying in there and wrapping up around his knees and ankles. That time he just wrapped up right like he was bear hugging him, and Yost just used his size to just carry Hefner down the field.
Dylan French will take a breather on 2nd down and 5 for Holy Family at the Bead Digger 49-yard line, a critical moment of the game, approaching the 10-minute mark. Holy Family leads 12-6. Summers with a long count will hand it off to Yost. First down right up the middle inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. That could be an indication the Bead Diggers are getting tired. It's a tackle by Brandon Rutherford, a gain of 10.
running that trap right at him. And you're right. You can only eat those big guys for so long before it's like a meat tenderizer, before you just start getting soft. And that's how the middle of that defensive line is looking right now.
Bay Diggers were down at halftime 7-0 1 year ago and won 14-7. Very little scoring in the second half, just a 49-yard field goal by Jonathan Gary. 1st and 10 for Holy Family at the Bay Digger 38. Hand off to Gary, running left. He breaks out of a tackle and he gets to the 35. Gaston Fernandez handing on for dear life. He hung on to bring him down after a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7, and Holy Family can not get too much closer because already we're in Jonathan Gary field goal range, and with the way the offense has been going for Brush, another field goal, regardless of how much time is left, could put the game out of reach.
I think Coach Creighton's having a good game down there defensively, though, because he had the guys over there right where the ball carrier was at. Unfortunately, Holy Family had the blocking that enabled them to be able to run right past those guys that were in there on that blitz.